All right, guys, thank you for tuning in to another video here. We're not going to keep you waiting long. We're going to get on started here. And the topic of today, it says gain control of your money, or the lack of it will control you. And I'm just going to agree with it. I'm going to agree with it because I see all the things that people do for money. And some things look a little strange to me. But they do it anyway, and it's no judgment zone. If that's what you can live with, then hey, do what you can live with. But as for me, I'm going to do it a little bit different. Now, I got this information from newswire.com. So if you go over to newswire.com, you can actually see the article which I got this information from, and you can look it up yourself. But we're going to go over the main points of this article over here. And it says the lack of control. Gain control of your money, or the lack of it will control you. And the sooner the better, I believe. I'm going to believe that. I'm going to agree with that. Because the American gives you 49 years. We can round it off to 50 if we want to, but they only give you 50 years to save up and invest. They want that money to keep working for you too, working for you, not working for other people, but working for you. Okay, so that means when you are too old to pick up heavy equipment and to run fast, your money still goes to work for you. That means when you're out traveling and living your good life, your money is still going in on the job. That means when you're at every family cookout that there is, every holiday, your money is working for that holiday. It's not getting extra pay, but it is working for that holiday, and it is making you some money. So you want to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do, which is save up and invest, so that money can continue to earn for you even after you stop working. It's called passive income. Now, one of those investments is Social Security, and that's probably the one that everyone knows about the most. However, it depends on how much you put in times how long you put that in. That depends on what you're getting paid out. And there's a rule of thumb. It says that you should have more than one source of income. A lot of people have made the mistake of making that the only source of income, and then when ends don't meet, they're sad and confused, or they're going back to work. You don't want to end up in that problem. Because see, Social Security, it's just not enough to live off. It's not. The cost of living is consistently rising. Look at the inflation that's in here now. We're at war, war makes money, but it costs us money. But it makes money for certain individuals. Inflation is already here. The recession has already started. Started 2 years ago in 2020. But nonetheless, Social Security is not alone. It's not enough to live off. It was never actually designed for you to solely live off of it. You're supposed to have those multiple sources of income. This is what you're supposed to be doing in those 50 years. You're working a job and you're making money in different ways, and then you invest money so that you make money in other ways that you don't have to clock in for. So that when you get old, it'll still work for you. Somebody put 50. Type 50 in the comment section if you're with me. Type 50 in the comment section if you understand that you have 50 years to get it together. Type 50 in there, and I'm talking about the retirement age of 67. Now that year, that can always rise, because I know at one point in time we were hearing 73. Lord knows I wouldn't want to work to 73, but hey, who knows? Right now we're at 67. So type 50 in the comment section. Just to let us know that you understand that you had 50 years. Now, take whatever your age is and minus that from 67. Minus your age from 67 and see how many years you have left. Whatever that time is, put that in the comment section. Write how many years you got left. Some of you are going to have more years, and some of you are going to have less years, but it's okay, because you know what you got to do, and you still got time. Now, what does this all mean? Well, it just means that time is ticking away, if you want me to be honest with you. And if you haven't started saving and investing, you need to go ahead and get on it, because time is winding down, and you don't want to be caught up being young and too wild. Live your life. Have fun. Do your dreams. But be smart with your finances so that when you settle down and you have your families, you have your children, and when you retire and you don't want to work anymore, don't have to survive off Social Security alone. Your golden years may feel like the Stone Ages if you don't do what you need to do. So don't get caught outside, okay? Retirement age, like I said, is 67 right now. But it could rise. But, I mean, do you really want to work to 70? Now, some of us are closer than 67 than others. I said that before. And a lot of us have fewer years to meet their desired goal. But just because you're not young doesn't mean that you have all the time in the world, because you are young. So what you have to do is you have to start forming the habit. The habit of, if you really think about it, you've already formed some habits. You formed a habit of not saving, a habit of not investing, a habit of not creating any type of generational wealth to pass down to the ones you claim to love the most. Your kids, your children. So if you're ready to practice a new and better habit, then you know what? Type that's me type I'm ready. If you're ready to practice a new and better habit, type I'm ready in the comment section. Let me know that you hear what I'm saying. You hear what's going on. Is resonating with you. You're understanding what it is that I am putting down. Because it's time out for games, guys. It's 2022. But you can change this. Now, first you got to do it with your mindset, because you got to believe you can change old habits and create new ones. You got to believe it. You got to be able to believe that you're going to create some new habits that are going to work for you and not work against you, because up until now, you've been working against yourself, blaming everybody else, but you've been working against yourself. But it's okay, because here on Pennywise, we learn how to get Pennywise. So we're going to get better with that. If you know what, if you like, I'm going to go ahead and stop right here for a moment. If you like the content that you've heard so far, go ahead and smash that like button for me. And definitely, if you think this information needs to be heard by other people, go ahead and share this information out with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your love and support. So yeah, let's get it. Let's get to practicing some new habits. Okay. So I'm gonna give you 4 tips. This is just for my beginners. Okay. Now I'm gonna preach this till the cows come home. Set a budget and stick to it. Now that's the most important step. I'm serious. That's your foundation. You can build your foundation on sand, or you can build your foundation on some stone. But I guarantee you that house will definitely wash away on that sand before it will on that stone. Set a budget and stick to it. Okay. Separate your money into 3 categories. Your expenses. If you have debts, that's your second category. If you don't have debts, then that's your investments category. And then your third category is going to be your savings. Now, I usually tell people, if you're not used to doing these type of things, I don't want you to go around eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, drinking water, and then trying to live like a minimalist, dumpster diving. Put it in a perspective that you can actually live with. Because honestly, like I said, these are bad habits you're trying to break, and you're trying to form some new ones. Don't be too radical with it, because you'll get burnt out real quick. You'll be over it. So start out with a 70-20-10. That means 70% of your money goes toward your expenses, 20% goes into your debts or investments, and then 10% goes into your savings. Now, if you make a little bit more money, I ain't mad at you at all. But maybe you want to try a 50-30-20, where 50% is expenses, 30% is debts or investments, and then 20% goes into your savings. So that's tip number 1. Set that budget, stick to it. Now, number 2 is pay your bills on time. Pay your bills on time. All you have to do is automate it. If you automate your bills, I promise you they'll come out every month on time. All you got to do is make sure that the money is in the account. When you only have to focus on one thing, guys, it's so much easier than having to focus on 3, 4, 5. We gotta focus on making the money, then you gotta focus on paying the bill, then you gotta focus on when the bill is due, paying the credit card, when the credit card. When you got to do all of that, it's just too much. And you can honestly mediate all of that by just setting up auto payments. And then on top of that, it's gonna help you avoid some late fees. We talk about saving money all the time. That's gonna help you there. It's also gonna help you build your credit score so that you can open yourself up for more money. I hear a lot of people say all the time, that they don't want to use their credit. They just rather do everything in cash. But then they wonder why everything is going so slow. If you don't have any opportunity to get you a large amount of capital at one time to put behind your business, you may want to invest in some credit. All you got to do is pay your regular bills on time. Then your credit number goes up, and then you get some more credit, and you pay those bills on time, and then they give you more. It's really just that simple, and it really doesn't take that much time. Now we got two more tips that we're going to go through here, but before we do that, we have got to go through an ad. So sit tight for about 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Thank you so much for tuning back in after that commercial break. Let's get into number 3, guys. It's going to be create an emergency fund, or like I like to call it, the oops just in case fund. Meaning just in case I move, just in case I lose my job, just in case I need a tire, just in case my oil needs to be changed, just in case I have a oops oh my accident type of situation and I don't want to affect my budget. I'm going to put that money over in my emergency fund, or like I said, like I like to call it, the oops just in case fund, so that it can help me when I need it. Okay. Now, this again, it's just in case of accidents, job loss, unexpected bills, etc. It just helps to keep you from going in debt. Okay. And then we are recommended to save up anywhere from 3 to 6 months to begin with, and then later you probably want to move up to 12 months. Because that just adds a little bit more security. You think about it, when people lose jobs, think about it. If you had 6 months to 12 months of your living expenses saved up, and you lost your job for some reason, I don't know, something happens, or there's a downsize in the company, anything. Because jobs are really not secure. I think we're learning that over and over again. Jobs really aren't secure. So you have to create a security net for yourself. And that's what that's going to do for you, okay? It may seem impossible. It may seem a long way away. But if you set a budget and you stick to it, I promise you'll get there a lot faster than you think. Now let's get to the last one, number 4. And that's use credit cards wisely. Again, going back to what I said earlier, use your credit cards. They're not bad. They're there for a reason. Just pay it off. I think at the end of the day, I think a lot of people just don't like to pay them off. Pay it off, you don't have to worry about the interest. Pay it off and you still get to do those things that you want to do, like rent that car, get that hotel room, whatever it is, without paying the extra fees, without paying extra deposits and all these crazy things that you have to do sometimes. So get your credit cards. Definitely get your business cards if you're an entrepreneur with a business. But get your credit cards and use them wisely. You have rewards points. Sometimes they give you cashback options. And most important, like I said, they help you to build your credit score. And they give you the opportunity to have capital available, liquidable capital. That is hard to say. Liquidable capital available at your discretion when you need to use it, especially in the case of a oops, oh my, just in case moment. It's a great, wonderful addition. Credit by itself? No. Credit, cash, debt, you got to balance it all, guys. And they're not always the same. All right. Well, that's going to get us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just to give you a quick rundown, if you need any assistance, okay, then go over to planstoprosperllc.net. They will be more than happy to assist you over there. Those are the people, this is for the people who are just not getting started, who are trying to break old habits and create some new habits so they can gain control of their money. so that the lack of it will not control them later. The people that are serious about getting started, about choosing a new lifestyle. There's also merchandise over there, so you can look fly and you don't have to pay $500 to do so. Check out the shop. All the merchandise is going to be in that area. Now, as you can see, all of the social media is running across the bottom of the screen and has been doing so since I've been talking to you lovely guys. So hopefully you've gotten that information and looked up that social medias and gone over and followed those pages and liked the content as well. And then make sure you head over to You Can Promote Yourself, especially my entrepreneurs, because over here, guys, you can actually promote your products, promote your services, promote your business, promote your music, whatever it is that you're doing. And if you're really about that bread, then you can message me and you can get on It's a Network, or you can go over to planstoprosper.net and book It's a Network, where you will be featured to come and share your story as well as your business. So check that out. Every week we have Leaders and Readers on Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure you're checking that out, because leaders are readers. If you're not reading, you're not probably leading anything. And if you are leading anything, God help them, because you're probably a boss. And everybody thinks that boss is such a great thing, but there's a difference between a leader and a boss. Ask anybody who's successful at it and anybody who's not. There is definitely a difference. But check in with Leaders or Readers on Tuesday and Thursday with us, where we go over articles and we discuss the information inside of those. And then if you're on YouTube, make sure you head over to Pennywise. That's going to be the YouTube page. Subscribe to that page. Check out all the content, and also keep up to date with all the content that we have coming out. All the different videos will be there all for you. All right. As you can see, I live by a train. You can probably hear it in the background. I do apologize for it, but I definitely want to thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for all of your support. It means so very much to me. You really have no idea. But thank you so much for your support, your continued support. I appreciate you all. And I'm going to end this broadcast, but you have a lovely day. And tell somebody something good. Give them a compliment. Spread some positivity. All right, you guys.